like verbs. Going hard. Take my picture.
The NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Raiders and the reigning AFC champs, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Memphis Steamers. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you alongside Charles and Gordon. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run the counter. It's Whitaker, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Levine. And incomplete on the deep ball. Las Vegas sending out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass catching. I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, it's Barry. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Levine. Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Levine. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Levine. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's the Raiders punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now Brown. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 35. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Levine.
That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Levine. Escapes the sack. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll hit Whitaker in the flat. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Las Vegas sending out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Barry. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A timeout here as we got a player shaken up, and that's Johnson who's down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 1st down, it's Barry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. On play action, they'll throw. He finds his man, complete. That's ball. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Roberts. And he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Barry.
Pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Connects it to Roberts, right side. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 48. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past him.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And this defense, they came prepared. He's probably going to be seeing them in his sleep if they don't fix things quickly.
And that's not exactly what he wants to see in his post-game slumber. So they've got to figure out a way to slow things down a little bit. Some screen passes, some draws, anything to make the defensive front hesitate a little bit. Think on their way back to the quarterback, maybe even quarterback draw, some type of tendency breaker to change things up.
Exactly. Whatever the case, something to mix it up here. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Levine. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Keeps himself upright. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. After 1 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup.
2nd and 3. Got a man here. It's Roberts. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you wanted to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Steamers are able to extend their lead. And there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So this drive spans 7 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Looking to throw. Levine. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking deep for Jennings. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but he falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. With it is Brown. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, like I said, he's looked pretty good to this point.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll run on 1st down. Barry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down now. It's Barry, and he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a 6-yard pickup and still a few chain links short, it appears, with fourth down coming up.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To throw on second down, Levine. That's complete to Whitaker. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll lead here to a third down. From the gun, Levine. And he's taken down, back at his own 7. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to push your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a give right side. It's Barry. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. 32 yards.
And the Steamers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone to give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
An extra point forthcoming. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Levine. Pressure comes and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Levine. He finds his man. Complete. It's Whitaker. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Raiders on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Looking to throw. Levine. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's the Raiders punter now. Standing just about on his own goal line. Brown with his stick skills. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
Don't take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the 2nd quarter.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On 1st down, Barry. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 40 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. He finds his man. Complete. That's Barry. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll try the left side. It's Barry. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's now 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will up the score now. It's 23-zip. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You're trying to get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people. Lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. On now is the field goal team here as the Raiders will try for 3. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Ball. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 71 yards.
And the Steamers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, He was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the jets, and took it all the way.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Raider offense heading back for one final first-half drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Levine. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground, and he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. On 2nd down. It's Berry, and he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC divisional round game. And you can see the result there. On now to a check on the next-gen stats in the first half for the Raiders. And this tells the story right here. As a unit, negative yards passing through 2 quarters of play. That is something you almost never see. Meanwhile, on the other side, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts. As you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. He's at the 50, 30, 10, touchdown! That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Steamers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back to throw. Levine. And he coughed it up. It's going the other way. And some room to run now. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Throwing to start the drive. Levine. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a give right side. Barry, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Ball.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there. That's another first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Barry, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Over the middle, complete. That's Barry, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
If anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Barry, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Steamers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Levine. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. That's Whitaker. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on to kick it away. Brown with his stick skills. So possession goes over here on the punt. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Levine. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Curtis. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Looking to throw. Levine. Throw left side, complete. That's Whitaker. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Curtis. And this is picked up by the defense. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Barry. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Finds Roberts left side. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Barry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Barry. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 44. On 3rd down, it's Barry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 75 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Roberts with it over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's ball. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. For the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Barry. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now back to throw. And it's caught. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd down now. It's Barry, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steamers are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon. And this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Throwing to start the drive. Levine. Looking left side. Andrews with it complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Levine. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw. Levine. Wilson's got it complete.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing right, and that's complete. That catch good for only a couple. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Levine. And the ball is knocked out. And it'll be a turnover. This is going the other way.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Barry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll keep it on the ground. Barry. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 96 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They'll run on 1st down. It's Barry, and this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. On first down, Whitaker. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Levine. And oh, that is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This is taken at the 23. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth-quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
They'll run on first down. Barry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Barry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
On first down, it's Barry, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Barry, and he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's ball. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On 1st and 10, Levine. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line.
7 yards the pickup there.
To throw on 2nd down, Levine looking middle, and that's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. He finds his man, complete. It's Whitaker. Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Levine, he's going to let it fly. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. To throw on 3rd down. Levine, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. If they can finish this one out, they'll book a date in the AFC title game next Sunday, and it looks good so far as they try to run some clock here in this fourth quarter. They'll run on 1st down. It's Berry, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 127 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission. I think
you took the word. That phrase, he has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Right back to him on 1st down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.